closed there for a minute. Alright, sorry about that. My stream is back. Not sure what happened there. We're back. Up.
Southwest 1840, proceed direct Raffi, descend and maintain.
For some reason my stream ended there, so those of you who are watching, I do apologize for that.
Southwest 1840.
So Yopers, I was explaining the Navigraph. The stream went down. I didn't realize it went down. Did you catch any of that information?
And 7 Alpha Whiskey's ready to go 1-5.
Number 7 Alpha Whiskey on departure, turn right heading 260, runway 15, cleared for takeoff.
260, clear for takeoff 15, 7 Alpha Whiskey, thanks.
For some reason I did lose the stream. I do apologize for that. So, Yopers, I was explaining some of the Navigraph information. Did you copy any of that before the stream accidentally closed down there?
Rapid header above 8, clear for the Zulu approach, Southwest 1840.
SoCal approach, Diamantor 7970 Tango, just south of Zamperini Field at 5,600. November 7907 Sierra Tango, SoCal with Brett Roger.
So are you on the Vatsim Network currently there, Yopers, or have you not started on it yet? We're going to be turning here to the right here in just a few minutes. A little turbulence here over these mountains.
Sierra, climb and maintain
So mountains here, get a little turbulence off of them.
Climb and maintain 13,714 Tango Sierra.
We're going to be getting to the Riverside VOR up here in just a minute. Paradise actually is what it is.
Contact,
and then we're going to be turning right,
on,
pretty much going off of the radio. And it looks
over
like...
to 3555 for citation 714 Tango Sierra.
Almost at a 90. Okay, I've heard of VatStar. They're pretty good. That's awesome. Best way to get into Vatsim is just to dive right in. I don't recommend that you do any Friday night obs until you get comfortable. Yeah, but you can definitely dive right in and go to some controlled airports where there's have tower or the center approach, something similar. And you just start listening. Friday Night Ops is an excellent place to start listening at.
Alaska 1150, wind 1304, runway.
You know, eventually you just have to get into it. Don't be concerned about messing up or anything like that. Everybody messes up. Even the ones who do it for a long time still mess up. But then when you start getting into Friday Night Ops like this is kind of enjoyable if this is your thing, because you've got controllers up all along the way. What can I ask? What are you using? Are you X-Plane or Microsoft Flight Simulator? Which one are you?
Killer resuming departure, 7 Alpha Whiskey.
United 2186, turn right heading 200.
Right 200, United 2186.
JetBlue 1789, maintain 170 knots or greater to a 5-mile final.
170 or greater to a 5-mile, jet is
If you're just watching the stream, we're just kind of flying along here tonight, Friday Night Ops on the Vatsim Network, headed from Los Angeles over to Big Bear. Getting ready to make a turn here when we get to the Paradise VOR, which we just got. So we're going to be making a turn and then headed
442 November Delta, Cross Seal Beach
out
VOR, out to
east.
maintain 7,210 knots, altimeter 3009er.
So I'm going to see if I can get direct.
Southwest 1551, descend to via the Comex 2 arrival. Cross Seal Beach at 7,000.
Well, that's probably why they won't be going direct, is
And over
because
442 November Delta, you
looks
can cross
like
it at 210 knots as well.
well, there's 5,000 there.
210 knots, sir, to November Delta.
So maybe they have us go around so that way we're not going to hit any of the mountains. So I definitely wouldn't be able to go over those. But Big Bear's elevation is only 6,000 feet. So that's why we can get in there, no problems. See, so Yelper's been great tonight. Lots of traffic. I pick up a boring time, place. Using Microsoft Flight Simulator. Only using 6 launch. Awesome, good deal. I was a beta tester for Flight Simulator 2020. I enjoyed it. The graphics are phenomenal. I'm not sure how well you can see my graphics on the live stream, but there are ways to increase your graphics on X-Plane. The argument with X-Plane and Microsoft Flight Simulator is you have
American 281,
more realistic
maintain 170 knots to a 5-mile final, contact Limburg Tower,
plane
18.3.
physics in X-Plane than you do in Flight Simulator. But you get a lot of good graphics in Flight Simulator.
260, join the localizer.
260, I'm join the localizer, United 2186.
Southwest 1840, runway 26 left, clear to land.
To land 26 left, Southwest 1840. Circumference Southwest 2765 to 26,000.
Southwest 2765.
So we're headed off of the Paradise VOR. Looks like we're going about 72 degrees. And that's what that says here, approximately 70 or 78 degrees, I'm sorry. About 78, 80 degrees right off of that VOR. Going to head over here to the Palm Springs VOR, and then from there we're going to take a massive cut and go north. Hopefully they're going to be able to let us go direct over here somewhere when we go through Marengo Valley. Maybe we won't have to go so far out. And Yelpers, if you don't mind me asking, how well do you like the stream setup? This is like my 5th time that I've messed with the stream setup and the windows and so forth with showing the instruments and the map. Can you see it well on your device that you're using? Any suggestions to make it better?
United 2186, turn right, heading 290, join the localizer.
Right, 290, try to join the localizer.
Getting a little cloud here. Gonna take a seat back here and just kind of get a view from the passenger side for a little bit.
315 with you descending for 25, sir.
Number 797 Sierra Tango, stop your descent from there. You got traffic, 2 o'clock, 5 miles, converging course 737, descending to 5,000. Traffic in sight, Diamond Star 797 Sierra Tango. 797 Sierra Tango, roger, just reference him and then you can descend. Say again? The 797 Sierra Tango, just maintain visual separation, then you can descend. Visual separation, then clear to descend, 797 Sierra Tango. United 2186, 1 mile from Vida, cross Vida at about 4,000, clear to localizer, runway 27 approach.
Cross, whatever the waypoint is at 4,000, cleared localized approach 27 for United 2186.
Southwest 27 if you descending for route 230.
65 says the aircraft to our left in sight.
Roger. Tower 442 November Delta, contact SoCal approach on 124.9er.
Was that 42 November Delta?
November 2 November Delta, contact SoCal approach 124.9er.
SoCal approach on 124.9er, so long to November Delta.
United 2186, contact Lindbergh Tower 118.3.
18-3, United 2186.
Southwest 2313, with you descending through 220. Southwest 2313, SoCal approach, expect RNAV Zulu runway 27 approach. On off 27, Southwest 2313.
Southwest 1840 is clear 26 left at Kilo.
Southwest 1840, cross on a 26 right at Kilo, text ramp via Papa. Good day.
Okay, cross 26 right, taxi via November Papa, Southwest 1840.
Southwest 2765. Is it possible to get the visual to your right?
Southwest 2765, do you have the field in sight?
Field in sight, Southwest 2765.
Southwest 2765, clear visual approach runway 20 right. Contacts John Wayne Tower 126.8.
Clear visual approach 20 right, tower 120.8, Southwest 2765. Thank you.
Southwest 2765, towers 126.8, 26.8.
126.8 for tower, Southwest 2765.
November 7907 Sierra Tango, contact John Wayne Tower 126.8.
26.8, 797 Sierra Tango.
And November 332 Mike Echo, is that you calling? And over 332 Mike Echo, I'm only receiving static from you. Just check your mic.
Clear, sorry about that. Can I deviate 10 degrees to the left, please?
332 Mike Echo. Yeah, turn 10 degrees left. I'm assuming it's terrain.
Affirmative.
Roger. Do you want to climb higher?
That's fine. I can go up to 9.
Alright, at 332 Mike Echo, climb maintain 9,000.
Up to 9,000. To make it go. So let's see. I was at 81, so we're going to come to 71, and then we're going to go ahead and climb.
1551, clear to RNAV Zulu
So we're going to
runway
hit
27 approach.
vertical speed, take off altitude, and we're just going to hit vertical speed. I'm going to go up 700 feet a minute, and then once I get to 9,000, I'll come back over here and hit this altitude button, and that'll lock me in. We're climbing slowly but surely. See, we're at 2,500. Our count clips are close. We're good. Alright. So to make sure we're going to deviate away from those mountains. So it does look like we're going to have to go straight out into Palm Springs and then from Palm Springs back over, because I'll never be able to get over these mountains over here. The ceiling on this thing's not that much. It's not a jet engines. These are just little piston engines. Oh, thank you, Yelpers. I appreciate that. So, I've been toying with this idea here for a while, trying to get something set up. And like you, I enjoy watching other channels and being able to learn. So please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button and that little bell anytime we do one of these live shows. I guess you can call it that, live stream. Then you'll be able to see it. Alright, so we're climbing up to 9,000. We're approximately, let's see, how far are we? 24 miles just west of the Palm Springs VOR. And when we get there, we're going to turn and go up into Big Bear. And then the airport approaches. It'll be RNAV 26. So we're looking at airport elevation 6,752. At some point when we get over here, I'll just go ahead and cancel the IFR flight plan, and then we'll, since we do have good visibility, and then once I cancel the IFR flight plan, we'll be on our own to get where we need to be. So go ahead and close that again. So we're not too far away from landing into Big Bear. And I'm at 8,800. I'm almost go up to 9. So as soon as I get to 9, I'm going to hit this altitude button on the autopilot controls, and then that will set this up here to 9,000. So we're going to go ahead and hit it. And now I'm at 9,000, and then we're going to hit stay at 9,000.
2313 cleared, RNAV Zulu runway 27 approach.
And then, if you're familiar with Southern California, here are the windmill farms that are out there in the desert.
Southwest 1549, SoCal.
So we're going to go ahead and get over these mountains, and then I'm going to
Southwest 2313
turn
cleared
back
RNAV Zulu
towards
runway
Palm Springs VOR.
27 approach.
You can see the windmills here on the map,
27 approach.
and you can see them down there doing their little things. The scenery that I'm using for this flight, or not just for this flight, but the scenery I'm using for next plane is called Orbix. It's real scenery, so Orbix takes the maps and so forth for the area that you purchase, and this one's Southern California, and they make it to scale. Well, not to scale, but they make it realistic. So everything that you see here is what you would actually see in Southern California. These mountains are the same size as they are in Southern California, same peaks and so forth, and whatever scenery you're seeing as well is there. Alright, so let's go ahead and hit nav mode again, and we're going to turn back towards Palm Springs VOR. Now that we're kind of away from these mountains a little bit, we're high enough to where we should clear them. Although they are pretty close, I might get a terrain warning. We are fairly close there, so we're going to just hit heading and just kind of stay away from them, just so we don't get too close to them. See some of those windmills down there.
GPS 2521, ready to
5x5.
Roger, good evening. GPS 2521, requesting clearance to San Francisco as well.
Stand by. Sorry, we're not sure if we checked in or not. Southwest 15.
Alright, now we're definitely clear of those mountains, so we're going to go ahead and hit nav again so we can head out to Palm Springs VOR. Now to get us further out, so that way when we head in towards Big Bear, we won't have any problems with these mountains. So I'm just going to kind of look here, see what the highest peak is. So we're out here in the valley. And coming in here, we've got a couple of these, 9,000. Up there, 6,000. So we're going to try to stay to the right. And then we're going to pick up the weather here in Big Bear. And it looks like the winds are 230 at 3 knots, so pretty much nothing. So we're going to be landing on runway 26 when we're coming into Big Bear.
Departure Challenger 80 Charlie.
So what we'll do is we're going to cancel the IFR flight plan here in just a minute. We're far enough out to where we don't have to worry about anything.
Contact climb, maintain 13,000. 13,000.
And then we're just going to head north. SoCal approach, November 322, Mike Echo.
4,300.
I stepped on somebody.
1349, contact SoCal, approach 119.6.
119.6 for Southwest 1549, go ahead.
Southwest 2313, contact SoCal, correction, contact Lindbergh Tower, 118.3.
118.3, 2313.
Alaska 723, are you at the frequency?
With you, Alaska 723.
Alaska 723, climb and maintain 15,000.
15,000.
I don't have him in my... It's 128.05. 128.50.
And here for 551.
Oh, he's 128.0. So I have him in my... Looking at my list of control... There he is. Way down at the bottom. Okay. So Caliber's way down there. Alright, so we're right here at the Palm Springs VOR, so we're going to do a nice, tight, left-hand turn. Headed into Big Bear.
Charlie Mike, contact Los Angeles Center, 119.905.
119.905.
As soon as we make this turn, we'll cancel our IFR flight plan, and there's the turn. Nice thing about autopilot.
Alaska 723, contact Los Angeles Center, 119.905.
And then we're going to go right through those lower mountains over there. And SoCal approach November 322 Mike Echo.
Number 322, Mike Echo, SoCal, go ahead.
Yeah, if again, I'd like to go ahead and cancel the IFR flight plan.
Number 322, correction, number 322, Mike Echo, IFR cancellation received, squawk 1200, frequency change approved, good day.
Over to 1200, frequency change approved, 2 Mike Echo, thanks. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and change this to 1200. Just use the VFR flight plan to get out of the Southern California area since it was pretty busy. And then frequency change approved, so then we're going to go over 128.00. Now it'll be the Unicom frequency. And when you're flying in uncontrolled airspace or an uncontrolled airport, you always want to talk on the Unicom frequency. But what we're going to do is we're also going to monitor, just because we can, 128.05 on COM2. So we're going to put 128.05 here. And then we're going to come up here to our radios. And we're going to click on COM2. And that's going to let us monitor COM2. Just one, we don't feel like we're alone. And two, just in case anything's going on.
UPS 2521, can we get an estimate on when we're going to be able to get our clearance?
Okay, UPS 2521, are you calling for clearance?
Roger, we were told to contact you.
Yeah, that's fine, clearance, of course, stand by.
Roger, 2521.
It's not 128.00, sorry about that, it's 128.80, sorry. A little brain fart, 128.8 for Unicom. And then what we'll do on Unicom is we will announce our position on Unicom. So now we're headed out to here. This has got us going to Ocoa. So we can put Ocoa in here, because that was not in there. Or Okako, I'm not sure how you pronounce that.
UPS
And then I'll add that to the route, and that way that keeps us away from all those mountains over there.
Maintain 4,000, squawk 4754.
So we're still listening to SoCal Approach
cleared,
COM2, and if I click COM2, that turns that off.
just go via orders to departure, and then
But then we're still on the Unicom frequency 128.80, and when we get closer to Big Bear, we'll announce our intentions. And then, so what I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to pull up Big Bear. Let's see it. You can't see that very well, so let me make it so. Oops. Just like, let me make this so you can see this better. There we go. Fix fix this here. Move that back over there just a little bit. Have that trimmed wrong. Alright, so we're going to pull up Big Bear's information. RNAV, runway 26. This is telling us that we need to be at 9,400 for this VOR, so we're going to go ahead and climb up to 9,400. Get vertical speed on the autopilot so it starts climbing. And then you can see we're right over here, and we're going to head right in to Big Bear. Right off of that. So once we get there, we're going to turn and off of a 256 radio for that. We're going to get to 9,400. As soon as that gets to 9,400, we're going to stop the vertical climb. And that way we'll be making sure we're going to clear all these smaller mountains in through here. Looks like I gotta fix this here, make this a little bit bigger so you guys can see this. Just can't really see that great. So I'll have to manipulate that later. Close this back up, and then what we can do here is we're going to go to procedures. We're going to bring up arrivals, approaches, RNAV, and that'll overlay this right on top of the map so we can see exactly what we're doing here. Oh, and I went up too high, so let's go ahead and get back down. We want to stop at 9,400. Back on COM 2 here, we're going to make an announcement. And Big Bear traffic, November 322 Mike Echo is approximately 6 miles south of the Okako VOR. We'll be inbound for landing, runway 26, Big Bear. We're almost there at 9,400. And then as soon as we get to 9,400, we're going to stop it. Should clear these mountains over here, no problem. And then the airport's right over here somewhere. Almost there. Alright, 9,450. So I'm going to bring this back down to 9,400. Haven't had any winds off of these mountains, so we're just kind of getting stabilized here. Looks good. As soon as we get up here, then we're going to turn and then go right into this valley over here, and then we're going to have to descend down to see the runway elevation 6,752 feet, so we'll descend a couple thousand feet. So it's going to go over my descent checklist for landing. Approach speed on final, we got that calculated. Flap setting on final is going to be determined. We're going to do 1 knot to flaps. And we're turning. Don't see the airport. There it is. Right over there. I don't know if you can see it or not. It's right over there. Oof. Definitely going to be skimming the top of these mountains for sure, 9,400 feet. That's what it calls for right there, 9,400. Let's see what the altimeter is here. Make sure we have the right altimeter. View weather. Altimeter is 3015, so that might be why we are just a little bit low. Okay. So there is runway 26 right there in front of us, right here in Big Bear. back this up north. Now we could have flown the RNAV in here and use the instruments to help to get us in here, but it's clear, we can see. It's an amazing approach. Definitely coming right in on there. Right through to the mountains. Alright, so we're getting ready to take this off autopilot. We'll hand fly the rest of this the way in there. Those lights that you see on the in front here, these L35, this is the virtual PAPI lights. I'm going to go ahead and cancel autopilot. Or take it off, not cancel autopilot. We're going to start slowing down a little bit here. We're going to get down to about 6,700 feet. So you can see how the definitely flattens out up here. That's Big Bear we're looking at in Southern California. We're going to slow down to about below 150 knots so we can get our landing gear dropped. Our yaw damper on, so let's go ahead and turn that off. Pull the seat forward a little bit. We've got our altimeter set. And Big Bear traffic, November 322 Mike Echoes on final for 26, Big Bear. We're below 150 knots, landing gear going down. Watch our speed. Landing lights are on. They've been on. We're approximately 4 miles out from landing. Visual approach here. Get below 120 knots and then we're going to get our landing, our first set of flaps down. Just about 2.5 miles out, 120 knots, first flaps going down. Those flaps will help us keep the plane airborne. Maintaining lower speeds. We want to land about 90, 95 knots. Absolutely no winds. Beautiful weather here. And the weather that we have here on X plane is the actual real weather that Big Bear is experiencing. So this is what you see here in the sky is the real clouds, the way the sun is setting in Big Bear. We're a little high on this approach. Those people that live in those houses definitely trust the people landing in here for sure. And final knots or flaps. And
caution, taxiway, caution, taxiway.
For some reason it thinks we're landing on the taxiway, but we're not. Down here, slow it down, and we got about 5,000 feet of runway here, so we're plenty of runway. A little bit off.
Caution,
oh,
taxiway,
that was a massive bump. I misjudged my landing.
Caution, on taxiway, on taxiway.
That was really hard. I misjudged my landing.
Caution, on taxiway, on taxiway.
So it's something you don't want to definitely do. Hopefully nobody died on that one. What was my landing rate? It said 0 feet per minute. Not sure why it says that. Well, that was a little scary. Definitely not the way that I wanted to land, especially with having people watch that. So I do apologize for that. But we're going to come over here and Big Bear traffic, November 322 Mike Echo is clear, the active Big Bear. Let's get this parked. Wow, that really was a hard landing. It's really hard landing. Alright, so here we are. We made it. Let's get our parking brake set. Let's come outside and see if there's any damage. Doesn't look like there's any damage. Let's get our flaps back up. Wow, that was a hard landing for sure. Thanks, Yopers. Appreciate that. We're getting ready to take back off and head back into LAX. That landing was something, though. A little harder than I expected it to be. I definitely misjudged how far I was before I landed. You can see some of my other videos and see that I don't land that hard for sure. Alright, so let's go ahead and reverse. Let's see how far we are. So I'm going to pull up send brief here, and let's just see. Alright, let's do another flight here real quick. I want to see how far we are from Las Vegas. If we're within an hour, we'll head over to Las Vegas, but I don't think we're going to be. I think it's going to be about 2 hours in a Baron. Hour and 25 minutes. Oops. Okay, so we can go back to LA if we wanted to. Santa Barbara is a nice place to go to also. Let's check out Santa Barbara, see how far we are from there. And that's an hour and 35 minutes. Straight back to Pasadena VOR. Okay, so maybe we'll just head back to Los Angeles. Alright, so for Los Angeles we're going to go to Paradise, and then Victor 16 Airway, and then El Hab. Let's go ahead and get this in here. Alright, thanks for the comment, Yopers. Have a good night. And maybe in round 2 you'll see the landing a little bit better. So we're setting up our flight plan here. Alright, so we have our new flight plan in. And then we're going to take this out. Take that out. Alright, we're going to go ahead and end this stream, and then we're going to start a new stream here in a minute with the new flight. So, thank you for watching.